Hey, what's going on, guys? Mason here, bringing you guys back another video. So today is story time. Why am I not hype right now? Today is story time, and well, I'm hungry, so I'm gonna be eating chips and salsa because you see what happened is so since I got sick, I have really not been hungry, and I get random spells of being hungry. So I'm not gonna be a pig about it when I'm sitting here. You guys have obviously seen me eat a lot. But anyways, I'm just gonna eat some chips while I do this. I won't eat too many. But anyways, guys, story time. Yes, it is story time. Yes, my sunglasses are on my head. No, I am not a Cubs fan if you did not watch the recent vlog. And yes, so today is story time. And today's story time, the time my school thought I had drugs. Alright, so basically, this story time this will be the first, and I don't know how many story times I'll have, but anyways, so what happened on this day, it was just a couple months ago, actually, and you see, so my friend, it was before I ever got G Fuel, which I got G Fuel for Christmas, as you guys have heard. So, I'm gonna cut parts of this out. Anyways, my friend had G Fuel, and this freaking fly, bro. Piss off, man. So my friend had G Fuel. He's got like 3 or 4 different tins. So he's like, hey, yeah. I asked him. I texted him because I was thinking about getting it. And I was like, hey, what do you think of it? He goes, come here. I can give you, something to try. So he's like, all right. I'm like, all right, cool. So he gives me some, and basically he put it in like a plastic bag. And really, you guys have seen the powder. It's not like. It looks, kind of like a drug. I think it's called. I don't think it looks like cocaine, but it obviously wasn't. It was G Fuel, and he gave me 3 separate bags the next morning. So I got them and I put them in my backpack, and then I went up to my first art class, which was geometry. So I go into geometry, and I'm sitting there, and I wanted to show my friend because it's just an energy powder. So I was like, okay, I want to show my friend. Like, hey, I got, this energy powder and stuff, and I was gonna, tell him about it and stuff, so I brought it out and I showed it, and then apparently, so then, everything was fine. I put it back in my backpack, and everything was fine, and then I went into my second hour, and I was taking a test, and I finished the test up, and when I finished the test, 2 of our security guards at our school came, like, busting through the door, like, not busting through, but they kind of, like, opened the door real fast, and were like, we need Mason Wood right now, and it scared me. So, obviously, I was scared going down there. I didn't know what I did. And even when you don't do anything wrong, you've been told you got to go down to the principal's office or something, you don't ever know what you did. So, well, you don't ever know what you did, but you're always scared. I think you're more scared when you don't know what you did versus when you do know what you did. Because when you don't know what you did, it can be absolutely anything. And you could be framed for something or whatever. And so, basically, I get up there, and we're walking, and they turned around and looked at me and said, where's your phone at? And I said, in my pocket. And they're like, okay, keep it there. And I was real freaked out. And it's not a good thing when you have, your high school's football, sweatshirt on, and you walk by, and, you're walking by with 2 security guards escorting you. And your coach is sitting there, and, says something about it. It's not always the greatest thing. I did not. So that was something really scary. But either way, we get up to the front office, and I walk into the principal's office, and he starts asking me some questions, and the immediate thing was, I asked him, I go, well, what did I do wrong? And he's like, well, you tell me. And I was like, I don't know what I did. And so he told me that someone reported the whole story. I guess was that somebody in my first hour told their parents that I had drugs, and so. After they told their parents that I had drugs, they, probably asked my name, and then they called the school and said that I had drugs, and so they took me down to look if I had drugs, and then, I went to, he explained to me that, and I was like, okay, well, it all made a lot more sense, and I felt better, but I was like, okay, so I went to go reach in my bag to pull out the, the G Fuel, and the security guards were like, whoa, relax, like I was gonna, pull out some sort of weapon or something. But so then they went through my backpack, just looking at everything, and I gave them the G Fuel. And he asked me, what it is, and I explained it exactly how it is. It's a energy powder, and it's that simple. I explained exactly what it is. And after I explained, he goes, okay, we're going to still have to put it under some further tests. So I was still very disappointed. I was very upset. So they made me fill out a whole statement and everything, and then they still took it, and they're sitting there asking each other like, hey, do we have a drug tester, just like police cop, whatever it is. I think his name was Mike, but I don't know. It was like, do you have a drug tester or whatever? And I was like, what in the world? Like, it didn't. I was so scared over something so stupid. It's a freaking energy powder. So in the end, it took a couple days for me to get it back, and I went up there and I got it back. And what upset me was that I never even got an apology for being falsely framed for having drugs. I went in there and my principal's, just like, oh, you need to, make sure that you put it in a container next time. And my main thing was I didn't say this to him, but why would, if I put it in a container, it looks like I'm trying to hide it, and I have nothing to hide. So what am I doing? It looks like I can, one, I'm trying to hide it, and two, it doesn't look any different. Cocaine can be in whatever it wants to be. It's not gonna look any different if it's in a freaking one of those plastic containers. It's not gonna look any different. So, I didn't realize that until a little bit after, but either way, I just think it was stupid that all that happened, and, that's just the time that my school thought I had drugs. Obviously, I didn't have drugs. Obviously, it was just, G Fuel. I still have one bag left. I announced in my vlog earlier today that, I'll be doing another G Fuel video, probably tomorrow, on that, this freaking fly. But yeah, so that's just an unfortunate story. Hopefully we can have more story time later. The issue is there is certain things I don't want to share, and I'm not a very eventful person. But I'll have more story times. Probably some stuff that's more funny than anything, because my life is freaking hilarious. So, yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not, go check out the vlog from earlier today. I'll leave an annotation, probably like right here. You can see this in the video, I can't tell. And I'll also leave a link to that video down in the description. And you guys will get to see that video, vlog number 2. And yeah, so make sure you guys go check that video out. And tomorrow, most likely gonna have another vlog. I don't know yet though. And then we're also going to have probably the G Fuel thing, but probably some 2 uploads a day for the next couple of days, maybe the next 2 weeks, because I'm on spring break for 2 weeks. And yeah, so if you guys want to know everything going on the next 2 weeks, go watch my vlog. And yeah, so after today's vlog, we'll actually get into some actually doing stuff instead of me sitting there talking all the time. We'll actually get in there and we'll get to doing some stuff. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, guys, me and my chips and my salsa that I didn't even eat, well, we will see you guys later. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Have a great one, guys. Don't forget, make sure you smile today, and if you can, make sure you go outside. Anyways, guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you guys later.